Game 5 of 6 here from the 4th annual Native American Classic, hosted by the Jugos of Tohono O'odham. And the men now will take on New Mexico Junior College, the Thunderbirds, out of Hobbs, New Mexico, as the Jugos are their home team. So we'll get to the starting lineup for the Thunderbirds of New Mexico Junior College, led by first-year head coach Luke Adams, Texas Tech alum, basketball player. Number 2 is the 6'7" sophomore Dion Ray. Number 3 is a 5'3" sophomore Darnell Rogers. Number 4, a 5'11" redshirt sophomore Rakeem Felder, and a 6'5" sophomore number 23 Nathan Fromm. Number 24, a 6'2" redshirt sophomore Ryan Murphy. And for the Tohono O'odham Jugos and head coach Michael Stewart, we have number 1, Joe Heath, a 6'3" freshman. Number 2, a 5'9" freshman Marcel Dean. Number 15, Isaiah Alonzo, is a 6'9" freshman. A 6'3" freshman, number 22, Deshaun Ingram. And number 30, Michael Major, the 6'7", 215-pound forward. As we get set to tip off, the Jugos in their gray uniforms with the purple trim, purple lettering and numbers. New Mexico Junior College in their all reds with the yellow and red trim, yellow lettering and numbers. Ooh, Rogers tries to throw the alley-oop there. Goes off the backboard, but it looks like Dion Ray gets the first hoop. So up 2-0, as that was Dion Ray for New Mexico Junior College. Oh, almost a turnover there as Marcel Dean, well, had a dive on the court as the whistle. Those will have a jump ball. Possession arrow will stay with the Thunderbirds. And Rogers, 5'3". And that was Muggsy Bogues. Had a great career in the NBA. Heck, Muggsy Bogues was in the original Space Jam. See, you educate here. Ooh, going down hard there as play going the other way. Rogers gets to the middle of the court, playing 4-on-5, and the dunk for Dion Ray. But on the court, ooh, man, he came down hard. As, again, under the basket, looks like that's number 30, Michael Major. Again, he's been saw how dominant, I should say, he was down in the post. As we see Coach Adams right there talking to Dion Ray and Nathan Fromm. But he's down, so we'll take a quick break. We'll step aside. Oh, no, never mind. He's getting up. He's coming off the court, so we'll keep it right here. I didn't know how long Major would be down for, but the crowd giving him applause as so checking in for Major will be number 12, Deontay McInnes, a 6'6" freshman from Desert Heights Prep here in Glendale, Arizona. See Michael Stewart, the first year as the coach for the men's Jagos, was an assistant to Coach Vargas. Oh, knocked away and turned over there. So bringing it back up the court. That is Rakeem Felder. A solid game last night as New Mexico Junior College, well, they beat South Mountain 71-62, so they're trying to go unscathed through this tournament, 3-0, as the three-pointer is up by Joe Heath, and no good. So back the other way, a 4-0 lead, and ooh, that three-pointer short by Felder. Oh yes, pace, pace, pace. We've seen it the last few games. And again, Phoenix College, 109 points today, 122 yesterday. I want to say 89, 87 on Thursday to New Mexico Junior College, 89, 87. So we'll get clarification on that score as Rakeem Felder goes baseline and gets fouled. And Joe Heath picks up his first foul. So non-shooting foul. Ooh, and a long three from Murphy. Hits the front of the rim. Ooh, up and under. Nice solid move there by Isaiah Alonso. So that makes it 4-2. Felder thought about the three. Takes it to the baseline. Murphy with the head fake, steps back for the three. It's online. Ooh, just off with the long rebound to Felder. Gets it underneath to Nathan Fromm. And a 6-2 lead early on. Offensive rebounds leading to points. Coach Stewart not going to be a big fan of that as he's up out of his seat. Oh, as Rogers runs that down. And now he'll push it up the court, gets it over to Rakeem Felder. Ooh, throws it back to Rogers. He wasn't ready for it. And Marcel Dean takes it away. Rogers commits the foul, his first. Coach Stewart a little frustrated there, but Rogers wasn't ready for that pass. He was starting to cut through the lane, and Rakeem Felder, his teammate, had other ideas, throw it to him. 4 players are out for Coach Adams. Again, not making excuses, but again, chemistry will look different, but they're 2-0 so far. The three is up and in by Joe Heath for the Jugos, pardon me. And they are within 1. 6-5 the score, first half. Just over 3 minutes in. Oh, nice up and under by Dion Ray, but he can't finish. Little contact there, but the defense straight up. As Dean takes the ball to his left, now has to pick up his dribble, drops it off to Heath, gives it back to Dean. So he set the offense. 12 on the shot clock. Oh, look at that. Dean with the crossover, gets into the lane, puts it up. Ray changes the shot, but nobody boxes out Alonso as Isaiah Alonso puts the Jugos up by 1, 7-6. With our entire Floodstream crew, Michael Carasino here from Phoenix College. Look at that. Dean goes down the lane. Ray almost blocks it, but then he leaves Isaiah Alonso, and look at that, up and right off the glass, just like you want it. Don't dribble, don't hit the ground again. As the foul there is on Marcel Dean. So he picks up his first. As Dion Ray is at the free throw line, hits the first one. And the second one is good for Ray as well. His twin brother right now, Sean Ray, is out, but he'll be back this season. So they're up 8-7. As he hits both free throws, and a turnover there by the Jugos, back the other way. Oh, Murphy calling for the ball, open at the three-point line. Fromm takes it in though, knifes across the lane, and the little half hook shot puts it in. Ball moving around. Ooh, going baseline. Look at that. Contact. Follows his own shot. Deshaun Ingram getting in the score sheet. Well, Ray will take the three, and he's feeling it. The southpaw puts the Thunderbirds up by 4. Well, three-pointer by Dean. Ooh, that's an air ball. That's short. As, well, it's saved, but it comes back to Marcel Dean. Oh, and Fromm trying to knock it away, trying to steal it, knocks it away from Daniel Moody, number 10, who had checked in for the Jugos. So shot clock reached, no, to 27. As it's inbound, Isaiah Alonso takes a dribble, gets it back to Dean, thought about the three, goes to his left, gets it back to Alonso. But look at this defense, man. It's like a 2-3 matchup zone. And look at that, back-to-back hoops by Deshaun Ingram. 2-point game. 14:20 left to go in the first half. Rogers just walking it across half court, getting the offense set up. You know, Murphy will pull the trigger from there. Gets it down low to Rakeem Felder. Oh, the up and under, but he gets fouled. Isaiah Alonso's like, you got to be kidding me. But a little body contact there as Alonso picks up his first foul. Getting set to check in, number 12, Malik Moving for the Thunderbirds. As Rakeem Felder with the first free throw up and in. And that's also number 5 checking in, Gideon George for the Thunderbirds. And the second free throw is good, so a 4-point lead. As Rakeem Felder hits both. Bringing the ball up the court. That's Brandon Thompson, number 24. Who would, oh no, I'm sorry, that was number 34. Who had the ball there. That was Vontae Wiley checking in for Tohono Otham. And we get a whistle there. And the foul is on Jacob Young, number 20, who had checked in the game for the Jugos. So we got Vontae Wiley, Jacob Young. Ooh, as that shot is up, rolls around. Oh, an offensive interference. And Gideon George is going to say he didn't touch it, but I think he did. It was up on the cylinder, still hanging on the rim, so offensive goaltending there, you could say, but no basket. As Deshaun Ingram with the ball, gets it to Daniel Moody. And then gets it down to Alonso. Great ball movement. Back down to Alonso, but the recovery defense is there. Oh, nice baseline cut. Goes up and under. 7 on the shot clock. Alonso going down the lane, misses, tips it, gets a third chance. Wow, a lot of contact, no call. But look at that shot, just flips it over his left shoulder. Isaiah Alonso getting his team to within 2. What a shot there. That could be the horse shot of the night. Playing a game of horse, try to do that again. Yeah, as we'll see it here on the replay. Look at that, misses, gets tipped around, works hard, gets his rebound, thought he got fouled, just throws it up in the soft touch from the rim here at Phoenix College. And you know Coach Stewart has to like that, sticking with it. Oh, a turnover there, and here comes Moody. Oh, and he gets shut down by Dion Ray with the swat with the left hand. Here comes Rakeem Felder, gets it out to the three-point line. Murphy dribbles, takes a step back, and he buries the tray. Ryan Murphy there, but look at that, both teams getting up and down. As Wiley, oh, nice crossover there, gets into the lane, goes at Ray, and look at that with the right hand. Scoops it around Ray, gets the layup. Beautiful shot there. Vontae Wiley. A little too much grabbing there by Deshaun Ingram. Yes, Murphy may have done a little acting there, but Ingram picks up his first foul. Checking in the game for the Jugos, number 3, Robert Hernandez, and for the Thunderbirds, back in the game, Darnell Rogers, pardon me. And the 5'3" sophomore gets the ball inbounded in the backcourt as Hernandez will D him up. And you see this Jugos team for Coach Stewart playing man. Again, trying not to switch on most screens. And rotating right back. Oh, well, going to the hoop there. Was moving, but lost control of the ball, hit the side of the rim. Here come the Jugos. As Wiley with the ball, getting the offense set up, switches it to the far side of the court to Hernandez. Oh, and look at that, Rogers with the steal. And using his body to, oh, look at that, across the lane with the left hand, Darnell Rogers with the steal and the hoop. So up by 5. Ooh, Hernandez open for the 3, closing out late. And Robert Hernandez buries the tray. Oh, 2-point game, 20-18. As we get a foul called now on Hernandez. That'll be his first. And it'll be the 1-and-1 as Darnell Rogers will be shooting the free throws. Sorry, it's a 1-on-1. It's 17 fouls, so the first one by the lefty is up. Ooh, no good, as he misses it. So still up by 2. Vontae Wiley with the ball, switches, dribbles to the near side of the court. I'm gonna shoot it one of these times and they throw it over to me. So just kidding. Ball skips out of bounds and we get a 30-second timeout. 20-18. The Thunderbirds of New Mexico Junior College from Hobbs, New Mexico. On the east side of the state, as first year, well, all 3 coaches, but the first year head coach Luke Adams, again, played his college ball at Texas Tech. Yeah, they beat Phoenix College 89-87, so the lowest output Phoenix College had was 87 points on Thursday night. And New Mexico Junior College, with their athleticism up and down, that press really not bothering them. And it worked out well. It was a 2-point lead for the Bears at halftime. And then the Thunderbirds came back, again, held the ball. You heard Coach Eason talking about it in our last broadcast, if you were joining us here. And they held on to it, hit a big shot. So 89-87, they took that first game. Back to action now. Murphy, takes a dribble, puts the 3 up, no good. Dion Ray gets the rebound, takes a dribble, goes to the hoop, and Isaiah Alonso straight up shuts him down. Played some straight up defense as Alonso with the ball. Whoa, he'll take the 3 off the rim, no good. And the ball comes to Darnell Rogers. Smallest guy on the court gets the rebound, rips down court, gets it over to Gideon George, who misses the layup. Now George gets the ball back, and Wiley swats it away, but a foul is called first. I don't know if it was on Wiley or no. Well, yes, the foul is on Wiley, so that'll be his first. As the free throw is up and in by Gideon George. And the second one by George, same result. So he buries both free throws. Puts his team back up by 4, and a little full court press here. Oh, moving, knocks it away. And they come up with the steal as Murphy gets it down to Moving, who drops it off to Gideon George, who was trailing. And just like that, it's a 6-point lead. Just Wiley, again, passing to beat the press. That ball's tipped, but Hernandez, stepped out. It's Robert Hernandez as that, the replay there. Nice bounce pass, and Malik Moving drops it off to Gideon George, gets the layup. So 6-point lead as Vontae Wiley checks out. And Marcel Dean, number 2, will check back in for Tohono O'odham. And as Malik Moving brings the ball up the court, and again, you see the motion of this team. And 4 guys out, and again, nobody back from last year's team. So a first-year coaching staff, again, first-year head coach, but the whole staff, it's their first year. Luke Adams, like I said, the head coach, Tyler Hurley, the assistant, and Zach Booster, the other assistant coach. So, again, they get out, they recruit, and team didn't do too good last year, but no returning players, so they get to start their own chapter here as the foul was on Joe Heath, who's back in the game. As the free throw front end of the 1-on-1, no good for Rakeem Felder. As that shot's no good, Fromm with the rebound, tries to outlet it, but it's stolen by Hernandez. And now it's taken right back by Moving. Oh, the alley-oop and the flush as Gideon George throws it down. So it's a technical foul on Gideon George, again pulling himself up on the rim as Coach Adams is talking to him, and we'll see it in the replay right here. A beautiful alley-oop pass from Felder, and you can see right there, nobody's below him. Hangs a little bit too long, pulls himself up, but a heck of a thundering dunk there. So the technical foul free throw made. Joe Heath hits that free throw. So 26-19 the score. And possession of the ball, and Dean takes it up court, gets fouled by Nathan Fromm. Well, that's his first foul. Coach Stewart again up off the bench. As Heath will inbound. And that's only the second personal foul for New Mexico Junior College. Oh, and the inbounds goes all the way across the court to Deshaun Ingram. He lays it up and in. They're within 5 now. Rogers will knock it up across half court and then get into their offense. As Moving takes it to the baseline and gets swatted from behind, but a little contact. And that's Brandon Thompson, the 6'10 freshman who had checked into, the 6'10 sophomore, pardon me, had checked into the game. A little too much contact, and look at that, nice hesitation move there. Yeah, Thompson didn't get much of the ball. He got all arm there. So he picks up his first, and Malik Moving hits the free throw. And the second one right over the front of the rim and in. 28-21. And well, both teams again. The Jugos want to get up and down the court. The Thunderbirds have no problem slowing it down. Moving the ball around, Hernandez, 7 seconds on the shot clock, gets it back to Dean. 5 gets into the lane, a little contact, puts it up, and it is, he gets the foul, he gets bailed out with 3 on the shot clock, as that was Gideon George committing the foul. And that's his first. So Dean will shoot 2. Isaiah Alonso checking back in for the Jugos. As Dean hit the first free throw. And looking to hit the second. And he rolls off the front of the rim, hits the back of the rim, and drops. So they're within 5, 28-23 here in the first half. Oh, the 3 by Fromm hits the back rim. Gideon George gets a rebound, puts it back, no good. Gets another shot at it. Ball gets knocked away from him, but he'll pick it up on the baseline, gets it over to Rogers. Back to moving, and look at that ball fake. Oh, the up and under from Malik moving. Let's Thunderbirds back up by 7, almost a turnover. Marcel Dean gets it down low to Heath, and 1. Oh, well, Joe Heath commits the offensive foul. Oh, you see that arm extend out on the clear out, so does not get the, so that makes it 30-23. Heath with the offensive foul. That's his 3rd here in the first half. As Heath will check out, back in the game, that is number 10, Daniel Moody. As the floater off the glass, no good. Fromm gets the rebound though, and the putback. 32-23. As Marcel Dean, knowing his team needs a hoop, get a little momentum going here. Working the ball around the key, but everybody from the Thunderbirds rotating back. Marcel Dean gets it at the top of the key, 7 seconds left, into the lane, scoops it. Oh, the ball gets knocked around as Rakeem Felder takes off, goes the other way, picks it up. No shot. They're going to say it was a push before the shot, so no continuation for for Rakeem Felder. Nice block there by Dion Ray. And Felder, look at that, coming in. Man, I don't know, tough not to give the continuation there, but he doesn't get it. So therefore, it is not. He'll get 2 free throws though, as the lefty puts the first one in. As the second free throw is through, so a 34-23 lead now. And that ball goes down low. Not a 10-foot jump shot there. Brandon Thompson for Tohono O'odham hits it. So they're within 9. Dion Ray with the ball, taking some steps. Nice straight up defense there by Thompson as he gets the rebound, and Thompson gets fouled. As that is on Dion Ray in frustration there. He commits his first foul. So Marcel Dean will get the inbounds pass from Isaiah Alonso, bring it across half court. Darnell Rogers guarding him. Thompson thought about the 3, but the ball fake, drops it off to Vontae Wiley. We'll get a screen from Thompson, gives it back. Wiley gives it back to Thompson, and look at that touch right there. Back-to-back hoops for Thompson. So they're within 7 now. 34-27. Oh, Rogers going to the lane, and with the left hand puts it off the glass. Darnell Rogers. Almost coming up with the steal there. Goes down low to Thompson. He gets double teamed. Up top to Alonso from Moody. Moody puts up the long-range jumper, no good, just inside the 3-point line. I think his foot was right on the line. Oh. That shot's off. Oh, and Wiley tried to get it to Thompson. A line drive pass, just couldn't handle it. Now here comes Murphy, back the other way, and the foul is on Marcel Dean as he picks up his second. And that'll send Murphy to the line to shoot 2. And the first one, ooh, gets the home court roll. Soft touch there. So a 10-point lead. And make it 11 as he swishes the second free throw. So Vontae Wiley gets the ball across half court to Marcel Dean, over to Thompson. Has to gather himself, but puts it up and in. Brandon Thompson, the last 3 hoops for the Jugos. Thompson, oh, lets Ray get behind him, and then the contact. He stepped out to double team, but didn't need to come that far out. He's frustrated with himself, as we'll see here on the replay. On the switch, Wiley went under, and Thompson got caught in no man's land, and then fouls Dion Ray. So we get a 30-second timeout quickly from the Thunderbirds. Well, our 5th of 6th games today, the 3rd and final day of the Native American Classic. 2018 Native American Classic. As the Phoenix College women will host Bella Vista Prep right after this game. As we see Coach Adams again talking to his team here at the Bears Den at Phoenix College. And the women who got a nice win last night as they beat Clarendon College 74-64 by 10 at the live on nacbasketball.com, powered by Floodstream. As teams come back on the court, 38-29 lead for the Thunderbirds, as Dion Ray will be at the free throw line, as he'll be shooting 2. And the first one, ooh, yeah, started to drop down. Hit a tough spot of the rim, and it bounces out. So Ray, a lefty, will try to put the second one in, and that one, that time, hits the rim and the backboard, but drops down. So 10-point lead. 4 minutes left to go here in the first half. Wiley gets it over to Dean for 3, and look at that. Ooh, the wet jumper from beyond the arc. So they're within 7. Marcel Dean there. Oh, and a nice drive, I was gonna say. I don't know if there was a foul. Look at that, Wiley goes in there. And Marcel Dean, a foot behind the three-point line, and look at that, oh, yes. Clean the strings, Mr. Dean. But the foul there on Vontae Wiley, picks up his second, and the free throw by Rakeem Felder misses the first one. And the second one, that one's good. So an 8-point lead. As Wiley gets all the way to the rim, has to drop it off to Moody. Dean again. Ooh, just misses the 3. Dion Ray with the rebound, gets it to Rakeem Felder. Flying down the court, there's Fromm. Oh, and a nice layup off the glass. So back to a 10-point lead. Nathan Fromm, as that ball gets tipped out, and look at Felder coming down here. The nice bounce pass, and Fromm, little acrobatics there. Right off the glass, gets the hoop, puts his team back up by 10. Marcel Dean inbounds it to Daniel Moody. And we'll switch it back to the near side of the court to Dean. Now he'll step up to the middle of the court. Goes to his right, making a move. Out to Moody. Trying to get the ball down low to McInnes. He does. He gets triple teamed. 5 on the shot clock. Moody takes the 3. Ooh, rolls off the rim, but a nice rebound there by Alonzo. Oh, and he turns it over. Here comes Ryan Murphy. Thinking about a pull-up 3, goes into the lane, puts up a shot, little contact, no call. Dion Ray and Alonzo fighting for the rebound, a jump ball. It'll stay with the Thunderbirds as they control the possession now. Alternating possession, so Hakeem Felder will inbound. Well, Rogers gets the ball. He's calling out the play. Some tap his head like he's saying shot clock violation. I don't think that's the play to take a shot clock violation. He gets a screen. Look at that, the high arcing 3 for Darnell Rogers. And just like that, back up by 13. McInnes drives to his right. Dean open for 3 in the corner, no good. But the rebound by McInnes, oh, too hard off the glass, and Moody tried to put it back, but couldn't control the rebound. Final 2 minutes here of the first half. Ooh, losing control of the ball, it's rolling around on the court. And, oh. Let's get Rogers. Look at that, gets the screen. And the quick release, the high arcer, swish. Man, he must have watched my shooting clinic. Just kidding. There was no shooting clinic of mine. I thought somebody might buy that. But well, there's a foul, and Gideon George will be at the free throw line. Or no, sorry, it's inbounds, not a foul. So goes, ball's out of bounds on the whistle there. As the jumper, ooh, tried for the bank, the mid-range bank there. A little too hard off the glass. As Dean gets it over to McInnes. Trying to work it around, but it's stolen. And here comes Ryan Murphy. Oh, swinging it to the near side of the court, and Rogers caught it, but he was out of bounds. Murphy put a little bit of height on that pass, and Rogers has a vertical, but 5'3". Tough for him to bring down there, so he actually, when he caught it, he was out of bounds on the near side of the court. So Marcel Dean will bring it up. Drop it off to Devontae Wiley. Well, Dean thought about the 3, now he takes a dribble, steps back, takes it, no good. And a solid rebound there by Nate Fromm. Getting it up to Darnell Rogers, the high dribble, puts it up, no good. Dion Ray gets the rebound though, gets it back out to Rogers on the wing. As he's being guarded by Hernandez, but now he'll send it back up top. It's Felder again, will chew up some clock as we're under a minute to go. 9 on the shot clock. Hakeem Felder, oh, gets it to Gideon George, and he lays it off the glass. 15-point lead now. Oh, and the travel. As he got the hoop, did McInnes, but he traveled. That Hakeem Felder gets it over to Gideon George, and with the right hand going in strong. The 6'5" freshman forward was not going to be stopped there. And well, about a 10-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. As Rogers puts it up, no good. Man, George with another offensive rebound and putback. Back-to-back hoops for Gideon George. And a nice little run before the half here. As Marcel Dean will bring it up. They can hold for the last shot. Dean almost falls down, gets it to Devontae Wiley. 7 seconds left. Dean gets it to Thompson. He puts up a 3, no good. And the rebound to Fromm, who just has to launch it, and it's to the left of the basket. He had a smile on his face, little contact there. But man, so a 10-0 run for the Thunderbirds to end the half to Mexico Junior College. Man, up by 17, leading 49-32. Again, the second to last game of the 4th annual Native American Classic coming to you from Phoenix College. Put on by Tohono O'odham. We'll step aside and be back. More action here from Phoenix College.
Floodstream, a producer of high-definition video and live webcasts. Sports, live events across the country and around the world. Enhance your event, showcase your brand, expand your reach. Floodstream, HD video and live webcasts. Floodstream, floodstream.com.
Halftime here of the 2018 Native American Classic, Game 5 of 6. You see the Thunderbirds of New Mexico Junior College up by 17, 49-32. As, again, they went on a 10-0 run to end the half as we are here at Phoenix College. The gracious, using the gym up here for the tournament. But, again, Coach Stewart and his staff, both sides, doing a great job of getting this tournament ready. As we see ceremony, we've seen that throughout the years here at the Native American Classic as will be tribal ceremonies for fans at halftime. So great to see that. Obviously a huge part of the Native American Classic. And I want to thank Desert Diamond West Valley Casino, the Key Association, Tohono O'odham Key Association, and Adidas, obviously Floodstream, the broadcasting partner of the Native American Classic. But yeah, the first half, it started out well, and both teams going back and forth, keeping it close, but New Mexico Junior College started to go on a little bit of a run as the Jugos were within 5 at 28-23. But then it just kind of started to slip away. The tempo picked, well, they were causing turnovers, so defensively, the Thunderbirds' tempo picked up, forcing a few turnovers by Tohono O'odham. And then, like I said, a 10-0 run to end the half. That's where we're at. 49-32 is the halftime score. Don't forget, the next game coming up will be the final of the tournament. And the women of Bella Vista Prep will be taking on the Lady Bears of Phoenix College. Phoenix College, the women open up the tournament Thursday morning at 11:30 as they took on Wayne County and won that game. And they're going to try and close it out at 3-0 as they take on Bella Vista Prep for Coach Kincaid. So we'll have that coming up. Tip-off scheduled for 8 o'clock. So it looks like pretty close to schedule on that. But we'll step aside here from Phoenix College, and we'll have second half action coming up between the Thunderbirds and the Jugos here from the 4th annual Native American Classic. The 2018 Native American Classic, proudly sponsored by Desert Diamond West Valley Casino and the Tohono O'odham Geek Association, in partnership with Floodstream, the official broadcast sponsor of the Native American Classic, the 4th edition of it. And joining me now, looks like we had a little fun getting up. Man, your guys' pace up and down the court. I know that, well, joining me, I guess I should introduce him first, the women's head coach, the Lady Jugos head coach, Mike Gonzalez, joining us on the broadcast now. A lot of the coaches in, so everybody, you know, taking turns here. A great tournament, but man, you got some pace to your team. I know not a lot of height, but again, a lot of time in the women's game, you're not going to have, you know, 6'5", 6'7" players. Sometimes teams do. You get a front court of just crazy height and athleticism, but man, I don't know if anybody's you're gonna run people out of, you're gonna run with people. You're gonna make them try and keep up.
We try to set a good pace. We need a little bit more defense. As you can see, we made a lot of turnovers, and you know, our whole pace is based on tempo. Obviously, we want to get up and down. We had a group of girls last year that went 27-2 at Sisseton. They averaged a little bit under 90 points a game, set the conference record at 155.
And wait, hold on. Not to stop you though, too, but at Sisseton in South Dakota, and it was the first year, and you went 27-2.
Yes, the first year of the program's existence. So we had a lot of homecoming nights or senior nights, sophomore nights, and the girls would leave them crying. We're trying to do the same thing here, you know, just get them up and down. We don't have a whole lot of height, but if we can get up and down, play some good defense and limit our turnovers, I feel that we have a good shot this year. You know, we've already doubled the amount of wins that we had last year. You know, we went 3-2 in scrimmage play. They didn't win a single scrimmage game last year. We've already won 2 games. They won 1 game total last year. So they're looking really good. You know, the 3 defeats, or 3 of those defeats, came to Division I ranked opponents.
Yeah.
You know, so that's really good. As I told them, I could have taken them to play anywhere in the country and had them play, let's say, a cupcake schedule, get 3 wins under my belt, felt good about myself. But inside, I'd know, hey, if we're going to get to national tournaments, we got to start playing these kind of guys. So they did really good, sir.
Yeah, I mean, again, 27-2, first year of a program in South Dakota, and I was teasing on the broadcast yesterday saying you bailed out. I'm like, you know, it's warm in South Dakota in the winter.
You know, I'll take this weather. Look, I'm in shorts up here. I called my buddy up there who's still coaching, and I told him, hey, you know what? I'm barbecuing down here.
Oh, you are mean. But I do the same thing, so I'm with you on that.
Awesome. You know, you can't beat the weather down here, and then the people are really nice, and then the culture and the food is just delicious. I think I've gained about 10 pounds, you know, from people feeding me here in the area.
Oh, man. Well, the foul start the second half was by Isaiah Alonzo. That's his second. And 1 for 2 on the Frios for Dion Ray.
Mm-hmm.
Nice movement there. Oh, the floater off the back of the rim. I got to ask you, Coach, I mean, obviously we saw a lot of Sunita Sotelo. I saw a lot of her yesterday, kind of coming off the bench today, a little bit different. But, man, I got to say, up and down the court between Elisa Gonzalez and Anna Martinez, Stephanie Teller, man, they're just they're getting what you want to do, because it was a lot of offensive tempo going coming up the court. Even makes, misses, didn't matter, getting up the court right away.
Yes, sir. You know, it's all about personnel and styles. Mixed matchups, and of course, you know, we might be bigger than a group, which we doubt, but the first thing that we noted is that he took his bigs out and wanted to run with us, so it got us out of our zone, and we stopped pressing him, and we went man-to-man, because I thought he left his strength, in my opinion, but hey, he didn't miss a beat either. You know, he did really good coaching his team, kept them in there. And
yeah, until you guys went on that run, no team had a lead, as I'm keeping numbers here, bigger than 4. And then you got it up to 6, it went back down, and then you extended it, and then they make it 7 towards the end. They hit some shots. But I mean, the first 3 quarters, there was no lead bigger than 4 either way.
Yeah, it was a really exciting game. If you were here, and you were, and, you know, if the people that are here, they saw a great game. You know, it was just up and down, lead changes, like you said, and it was really close. It was really, really close. So I'm really happy for the girls, because they worked really hard. You know, they got to get up at 4:30 in the morning to go practice in a gym. And our gym time's at 5:30 in the morning, so it makes it tough on their bodies on a daily basis. They have 2-a-days and things of this sort. So I'm really happy for all the effort and all the work that they've put into it.
Definitely a lot of effort as the ball gets knocked around there, and Rakeem Felder.
Well, this is a really good game. I mean, it's still anybody's ball game. They got to kind of lock in a little bit and, you know, start finishing some of those layups.
As Wiley pulls up for the jumper, no good. Coach, when you see somebody like Darnell Rogers on their team, 5'3", I mean, I go back to obviously Muggsy Bogues had a heck of an NBA career. And you know, again, it's human nature, and you're like, he's 5'3", you're 6'1", you're like, I got him, and then he blows by you and he's hitting those threes. How tough is it? Again, it might sound like a liability on the defensive end, but he's as we see Fromm on the replay there, look at that going in and getting swatted by Deontay McInnes. But, yeah, I mean, how tough is it? Again, you see him at the height, but he's blowing by you, and on the defensive end, you're going to try and post him up, but offensively, you're not keeping up with him.
No, he's very deceptive and very creative with the basketball, and I think one thing that helps him is his low base to ground. I have a small girl that's 4'11", and, you know, that's one of the things they try to do is take her ball, but she's very low to the ground. It helps him out defensively when he presses up, and as you can see, the coach uses him a lot in pressing up and being disruptive in that offense because he's so low to the ground that, I mean, he's right there when you're crossing over. So he's a force. You know, exactly what you said. Muggsy Bogues comes to mind right off the bat.
Yeah.
You know, and Muggsy had a nice career in the NBA. He could play that defense and push that ball up court. You know, and I see the same from this young man right here. You know, good leader, constant communication as we see there. Just knows how to work his team and talk with his team, and the coach does a great job of disguising him on defense so they don't take him straight to the block and sends good help his way.
Well, that time, Wiley gets the ball. Ooh, nice pass, shovel pass over to Brandon Thompson. They needed that hoop, 52-36. As Thompson gets the hoop, and for and Coach Stewart, a busy man. But again, tournaments like this, again, and like I said, it's not a silver lining. It's not like everybody is here to play. You're running stuff. Yes, it counts on your record, but it definitely helps, well, on both sides. But for Coach Stewart, I mean, this way, get ready for a very tough conference play.
Very, very tough. You know, Pima on the men's side is ranked #1 in the nation for D2s, and I know on the women's side we have 2 ranked opponents. We have Cochise, who's ranked 23, and we have Mesa, who's ranked #4, and obviously went to the Final Four for NJCAA last year. So tough conference. You know, one of the things that I think they had I couldn't tell you the number of D1 signees they had in this conference last year, but I know it was well over 10.
Yes. Yes.
Just a tough conference all the way around. I mean, we saw scouts in the building yesterday here in the gymnasium. You know, you had East University here, and I can't pinpoint the other university that was here. I didn't get a chance to talk to them, but I saw them in the gym. I didn't get a chance to go shake their hand, but just a tough conference here. Tough conference.
Well, look at that. A few second chances as Marcel Dean has the ball. Gets it from Wiley as he gets it over to Jacob Young. Who will get a whistle, and oh wow, they're going to call an offensive foul on Brandon Thompson. Well, I'm watching the ball. I didn't see that off the ball, but Thompson commits his 3rd foul. I noticed one thing different from in the tournament, even though, like I say, you're running stuff, you're starting to work with chemistry, but all you coaches have been a little more liberal with players with fouls. I mean, 3 in the first half on the men's side. Sometimes yesterday I saw 4, not taking anybody out. Same thing. I mean, on the quarters, but still 3. And you guys left. I know you want players to play through, but I don't know. Maybe because it's a classic and it's a tournament, you guys are a little more liberal.
Oh yes, sir. Well, you know, on my end, I could tell you, you know, we had a girl that with 4 fouls, and it was about 6 minutes left, and coach said, "Hey, take her out." My assistant coach, and I said, "No, you know what? She just hit a big 3. She got a big rebound, and she's feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and roll the dice." And that's what you got to do sometimes as a coach. You got to go ahead and just roll the dice and gamble a little bit. That's what this game is about. You know, if we sit back and wait for things to happen, they're not going to happen. We got to create that opportunity. So I see a lot of these coaches playing their kids with 4 fouls and plenty of time left. You wonder if they're going to get them out of there eventually.
Yeah. I mean, I know obviously playing here at Phoenix College, they're the visiting team, but man, I mean, their lowest amount of points was Thursday night. They scored 87 on the men's side, but 122 yesterday against New Mexico Military, and then 109 today against Wayne County.
Wow.
That Coach Eason I mean, I said, I go, I'm not trying to put, you know, I know you're not going to let your team relax, but I said, man, that press, not even the shooting, the passing, but your press looks like mid-season form right there. And he goes, I got to get off to a good start. And obviously Matt Gordon, who left here, 14 years as a head coach, 14 straight Region 1, Division 2 championship game appearerances. Now, didn't win them all, but won quite a few and also brought home a national title here to Phoenix College.
And you can tell here in this gym, it's very well decorated here with the banners. And, you know, any program that's out there in the country, all they need to do is look at these walls and they say, hey, this is excellence here. You know, and they set a high bar for the rest of the conference, and not only the conference, but in the nation.
Yeah.
You know, the amount of banners they have here. I mean, he left a legacy here and a culture of winning. So very, very happy to just be a part of this conference and be a part of that legacy to say, hey, I'm coaching in the same conference that he was in. I was here in Phoenix College. I got to see all the banners. You know, this is actually a treat for coaches and players, you know the history behind it as well. So, yes, sir.
And you see the 2014 National Championship banner is Brandon Thompson in the lane with the turnaround, back-to-back hoops for Thompson. Again, need some more stops like that on defense. And as we're into the second half, Rogers again directing traffic.
And Brandon's looking pretty good. You know, he's from New York, and he's starting to get a couple of more minutes here for Coach Stewart. You know, struggled early in the season but as you can see, he just grabbed a big board there, and he fills up the lane very nicely, and he looked like he's finishing around the rim. You know, they start to close the gap a little bit more.
So Vontae Wiley with the ball as he'll work it around to Deshaun Ingram. Trying to get it to Thompson, telling everybody to clear out. Now gets it back to Ingram. 7 on the shot clock. As Marcel Dean goes to the left, gets into the lane. And turned away by Dion Ray. 3-on-2, but look at the hands there by Vontae Wiley. 3-on-2 going back the other way. And Wiley takes it right at Ryan Murphy. But make sure, yes, Murphy does commit the foul, and that'll be his second, as that'll send Wiley to the free throw line. And like I've said to the other coaches, so far is when you're trying to catch up, scoring points without the clock running is a beautiful thing.
Oh yes, it is. You know, and unless you're winning, but you're exactly right. I mean, this is the best way to get some points up and save some time. So they're still in a very striking distance. He gets these 2 free throws in. You know, they're only down 12, 13 minutes. There's a lot of time on that clock. You know. So they just got to keep working their offense, being patient, and as you can see, they're playing pretty good defense. You know, but that free throw situation, they've got to sink those free throws.
The first one just rattles out. Nice arc, nice soft touch there. Is checking into the game now. Gideon George, he closed out the first half on a tear.
Oh, yes, he did. I hate to see that kid back in there right now.
The honesty from coaches. You get it when they're not on the bench. No, not that you're not honest with your players, but you're never going to admit, I don't want to see a player. As the second free throw is off there by Wiley. So stays 52-38.
You know, New Mexico Junior College, they're very nice. They compete every year in their conference in that YJAC.
Well, Coach Adams is kind of like you. It's his first year, his whole staff, a whole new staff from last year, and there's not one player back from last year.
Wow.
And they actually have 3 or 4 players out right now.
Wow.
So as Ray gets the hoop there, goes to the court, no call, and that ball gets knocked into the back court, but running it down is Deshaun Ingram. Yeah, Dion Ray, the 6'7" sophomore, has got a twin brother, Sean Ray, who's actually out right now. So yeah, a whole new staff and a whole new team.
That's awesome for him. I know he's very excited to take over this program. It's a very, very good program located in a great region of the country where they love basketball out there in Hobbs, New Mexico. So it's something very good. In fact, the women's program, I've got one from the women's championship team. They won the state championship out there for 5A basketball. So I know basketball out there just means like, wow. It's really big, and then of course they've got a beautiful arena there at New Mexico Junior College. So I know Coach is going to do some great things. He's very in tune with his players and his recruiting.
As Robert Hernandez, number 3, checked back in for the Jugos. And also number 15, Isaiah Alonso, checks back in, and then Malik moving, number 12, who checked in before for New Mexico Junior College, as well, the foul is on Robert Hernandez, and that is his second foul. As Coach Adams looking on there, played his college ball at Texas Tech. Only about an hour and a half from Lubbock, and look at that.
Wow.
Rogers gets the 3 to rattle down.
Wow. Shot it with confidence, and you know, again, low base and very confident, and he's got that first step that you got to respect, you know, and he's a great creator.
Oh, nice move by Alonso. Up in a, well, pseudo under for the big man. 57-40. Like Coach Gonzalez saying, now you need some defensive stops here, but they're content to run their offense. Use a little shot clock, use a little game clock. Oh, look at Rogers on that quick crossover. That's just mean.
Look at that. Look at that. Wow. Whew. Look at that. And he took it straight into the lane where the bigs are at.
Well, no fear there, and can't have it. So 59-40 and a turnover. Here comes Ryan Murphy. Gets it to Rogers. Will he pull up for the 3? Yes, he does. It's online. Ooh, off the front of the rim. Oh, no good. And Murphy fouls.
That was a heat check right there. What do you think? That was a heat check right there. He said, you know what, I hit 1 3, yep, drove into the other. I said, let me go ahead and see how much on fire am I at. You know, am I at level 10 or am I at 4?
You leave him that open. He's as a point guard, you're not going to hesitate if you see that much court space.
Yep, yes, sir.
And a lot of guys can see maybe half that court space and they're like, I got it. everybody's Klay Thompson, like I say, just catch and shoot. When you can score 50 points and only take 17 dribbles.
Yeah, that.
Or he took I think it was like 22 dribbles when he had that 14 three-pointer game against the Bulls a few weeks ago. And then last year when he scored 60, he took about 22 dribbles and only had the ball in his hands for, I think, a minute and like 12 seconds, 15 seconds.
Wow.
Altogether. Wow. And yeah, had 60 points. I mean, that's insane.
Yeah, he's really changing the game. You know, you look at him and Clay and.
No, I'm saying Clay did that stuff.
Oh, Clay was that. That was Clay's.
Yeah,
Clay, you know, it's hard enough.
He's a catch and shoot guy, and again, only taking 12 to 22 dribbles to get 50 to 60 points is insane. I
wish I had him on my team over there with the Spurs. You know, I'm a big Spurs fan, but that guy is. You know, we need him.
Well, Malik moving with a nice reverse there, using the rim as a defender. And, a turnover, and here comes Gideon George. Oh, thought he was going to lay it in, but he thunders it down.
You know, as soon as they made that rotation, you called it, he got in there, and he's causing all kind of havoc defensively and offensively.
Yeah, look at Gideon George. And first I thought the ball was going to get out. Then he gets to it. Then I think, he's just going to lay it up. He's right there, and he says, no, let me just throw it down a little bit. Say hello to the rim.
Yes, he did.
Now I know why you said you don't like seeing him back in the – no, he's obviously very athletic coming off the bench. And again, everybody wants to start, but as coaches, I got to think that's, again, one of the tougher things. But, I mean, how important it is if you can come off the bench, be that, you know, I know they say the sixth man, but if you can play 6 through 8, you got 3 out there that can still score depth-wise, you're going to start to wear people out as the season goes along.
Yes, and you'll get more shots. You know, that's what they don't understand. Sometimes our young people don't understand. You're going to get more shots than if you're going in, let's say, with the primary scorer. You know, example, if you're playing next to LeBron, more sets are going to get called for LeBron. You know, when LeBron sits down, there's going to be an opening for someone else to get those sets, and that's where you have to shine. You know, and going back to college basketball, that's what this young man does here. He buys his time, comes in, brings the energy in, and great hustle play. That was nothing more than a hustle play right there. Exactly. He ran it down, and it looked like it was going to go out of bounds. He didn't give up on it.
So obviously you guys finish up, but being involved in your first, even though it's the 4th one, Native American Classic, what are your thoughts? I mean, it's like Coach said, I mean, it's almost close to a year-round thing to put it together. I mean, he said he started working on this year after they finished up last year down in Tucson. But, I mean, thoughts of just being a part of the first one?
You know, it feels great. It feels great to especially to win 2 out of 3 here at home. We got a nice fan base that came out and supported us, and you know, being able to get it covered on our channel and being able to do what we're doing in front of our home crowd is just awesome. It's just awesome to see it. And the tournament turned out really well. A lot of heavy competition. There he is again, George, right? Another great hustle play.
I was going to say, as you're talking, his ears must have been burning, because you talk about hustle. It was a 50-50 ball. It's got a little bit longer of a reach there. I mean, is Gideon George listed at 6'5".
Wow.
So he's probably got a 6'7", 6'8", 6'9" reach there, and just poked the ball away. Doesn't get the hoop, but draws the foul on Deshaun Ingram, who that is Ingram's third foul.
He doesn't stop playing. I mean, he does not stop playing. He ran that ball down again. Another hustle play, and he's back on the line. About to hit 2 more.
Well, the first one is up and in.
He's got great length. And
as Clay Strassner, number 11, checks in, as he'll replace Dion Ray. Yeah, you said great length. As see Coach Stewart talking there to Daniel Moody, obviously saying protect the ball, but get inside of him. Do not let him get straight to the rim.
Oh yeah, definitely. You know, and then he's back there again. I mean, he's got good court vision. Look at that, just pushing out Isaiah. You know, he gets low to the ground. He's got good fundamentals on defense and a good eye for that ball. I mean, I think he's got at least 2 steals, I think, since we've seen.
Yeah.
And a couple of loose balls that he's chased down. So I really hated to see him hit the floor again.
64-40, 9:55 left to go. The 3 is up. Oh, and it's in. Nice touch there by Deshaun Ingram. Yes, Ingram puts it in. Again,
good patience. Good patience. They don't get rattled. They don't hurry the game up. They know they're up. They're using the clock to their advantage. You know, just great patience.
Rogers gets in the lane. Oh, what a bounce pass down low.
Bounce pass.
And Strassner, again, in the lane of the Giants. Strassner listed at 6'3". Oh, look at that. Right back comes Robert Hernandez.
Celebrating a little bit too much there. You know, they didn't get back. But again, great patience. Look at this. You know, just working the ball, working their offense. Open shot. Nope. Let's work some more clock. Let's use the clock towards our advantage. So very nice.
And that's one of the toughest things to do. I know I was talking to Coach Eason about, I mean, I would think as a coach, I mean, when you're playing a system, as we get a foul on the Jugos, and that's on number 2, Marcel Dean, and that's his third. But when, again, like you guys were playing up tempo, and again, you get that lead, but it's, you know, a team that's so used to that, you're not trying to, you know, run the score up as the 3 is no good by Murphy, but the rebound comes down to who else? George. But it's so hard again to, I mean, you want to slow it down, but you want to keep, you know, your players going, but at the same time, it's like you got to use some clock as Strassner gets under the hoop and gets the basket again. You
definitely do. I see a lot of players, you know, and a lot of teams that run up and down. Let's see. Sometimes you got to get the basket. You know, the Spurs lost a championship like that. Ginobili, it was the first one of LeBron won with Miami. He was out on the break. It was game 6. And you got to get a layup every once in a while, you know. And it's harder to score more points with less time. Anyways, he winded up backing up and getting that layup. And as you can see, they're taking their opportunities when they see them.
Well, Murphy took a long 3 there. The rebound by who else? Gideon George. Oh, well, he has a bounce pass. Try to get it to Rogers, but it goes right to Dean. And then the pass from Hernandez goes over Dean's head. Yeah, you mentioned that game 6. I'll never forget this. Here's a funny basketball story. I saw them as we're going to check out. Oh, no, we're going to check out. But as the shot went up, for when LeBron took the shot, I go to my friend, I go, Spurs win, and he's like, because I knew LeBron was going to take it, and he misses it. But then, of course, Chris Bosh gets over, and when I saw Ray Allen catch the ball, Coach, I'm doing what I'm doing with you. I didn't even look at the TV screen. I looked at my friend, I go, ball game. And he goes, what are you talking about? And as I said it before Ray Allen got it up, because I knew it was going to Ray Allen. Sorry, Ray Allen's not a terrible shooter. That's going in. LeBron, I'm like, yeah, he'll probably miss that. And he did.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Ray Allen, I looked at my friend, I didn't even watch the shot go in. I'm like, ball game. And he goes,
how did you know, huh?
I'm like, what do you mean, how did I know? I'm like, it's Ray Allen.
Yeah. You know, I said, when they called that timeout, I said, anybody but Ray Allen shoot that. And LeBron shot it, and I had no idea why they closed out on Bosch so hard. He was inside the inside the 3.
Yeah, but Bosch tipped it out.
Yeah.
He's the one that tipped it out, so everybody's going up for the ball, and Bosch doesn't even try to grab it, just
tipped it out right to Allen.
And I'm like, yeah, ball game, because I'm like, if you'd have tipped it back to LeBron, I would have been like brick.
Yeah, definitely. You know, I was in that situation. It's so hard. It happened so fast, but you got to tell your player, hey, you know what? Anybody but Allen.
Yeah,
you know, whoever's guarding Allen, face guard him, whatever you got to do. But
you see the shot go up. 3 guys run to Allen, 2 guys run underneath to get the board. That's what I would have said. Leave everybody else alone. If the ball's going towards Ray Allen, 3 guys need to close out on him, and don't foul him.
And don't foul him.
70-45, Malik moving. Ooh, talk about nice in the lane as, George. Wow. Well, he missed one, the soft touch there. And coming back the other way, number 13, Sean Brogan checked in for...
You know, George has great footwork.
Oh, look at that. The tray, the rainbow tray from Jacob Young. Puts it up and in. They needed that. And another 3. Oh, man. I guess when it's going your way, it's going your way. Because Murphy puts that, it's a 2-pointer. Puts that in. Again, people see these scores. You know, we've had a few of these games, but like I said, I know it's early season. You're working on stuff, but a team gets hot. And again, I'm not silver lining because you're here and Coach, you got Coach Stewart's coaching the game, but there are things that have worked. But again, all of a sudden you look a few shots and 72-48. I'm like, how is it 72-48? Because it doesn't seem like that.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know, I think one of the things is New Mexico, when they come down, they're getting a little bit more offensive efficiency down. You know, they're getting maybe 1 out of every 2 out of 3 possessions. They're getting something either to the line or they're getting a basket. It looks like we're struggling a little bit when we're coming down. Our offensive efficiency doesn't look as crisp as theirs right now. You know, and again, their patience is key right now, and they know they have the clock on their side right now. So it makes your opportunities less because you have to gamble a little bit more. You know, defensively, and leaving guys like George open, you know, who are still in there that you're like, man, please sit him down already.
Yeah, Gideon George 1 for 2 on the free throw line, and then checking in the game, number 10 is Jeremiah Chandler, the redshirt sophomore, the 6'1" redshirt sophomore guard. And a turnover there. Here comes, going coast to coast, laying it up. That's number 14, Dimitri Diarra, the 6'3" sophomore.
There's George again. There's George again, pulling down the rebound.
And Diarra comes back down, and he'll get called for the carry there. Look at this, on the break, and then there's Diarra. I thought he might dunk that, but he just with a nice layup right off the window. And that's the thing, like you talked about early on, I mean, at every level, but I mean, at JUCO level, you see it, you're going to press. Miss or make, got to get back on defense right away, because especially in this day and age, people are like, all right, you made the hoop, great, get back down court, because we're about to bring it right to you.
Yes, a lot of teams don't work on recovery. You know, they work on the initial press, but not recovery.
Right.
And I think that's a big part of one of the things I learned early on was we got to work on recovery. What happens when they do beat your press, you know, here in the front court, or there was a bad rotation, how are we going to recover from that? You know, and avoid those 3-on-2s or 2-on-1s down court.
Right.
And that's when you start picking up fouls, and you got young men or young women sitting on the bench when you need them out there on the floor.
Yeah, three fouls in the first quarter. In your case, they're probably going to be on the bench for a little bit. As that was Sean Brogan that had taken that 3 a little short, and now again taking their time to get in the offense. Malik moving, goes down the lane, gets it over to Diarra into the lane, and another player with soft touch there as Dimitri Diarra.
Well, Dimitri looks like he has a great first step there. He's getting by his opponent pretty fast.
And a 3 up, and Isaiah Alonso, and that goes long. This is what we were talking about
Look
earlier.
at that.
Oh, well, I'll give you one guess on who had that done. Gideon George somehow picks up that wraparound shovel pass, and George slams it down. Beautiful play there.
So Dimitri, you know, I don't know how much playing time he got today, but he looks like he's coming off the bench just ready.
Yeah, look at that, Diarra. Oh, look at that shovel pass. And
wow.
And you know what? That's what's frustrating to me, playing defense. You see that. Alonso's in great position. He didn't over-pursue, and Diarra gets down. He actually over-pursued, and he over-pursued. Diarra goes too far, and then, oh, there's getting, let me wrap it around. And if you're Alonso, you're like, what
else can I do?
That's the frustration. It's like, you're frustrated because you didn't make a play, but again, we see it in slow motion. We have the beauty of it with obviously it being right in front of us on the monitor. But, I mean, that's one of those things where he'll be mad at himself because you're a competitor. But right there, I mean, again, I'm not trying to silver line for him, but what else could he have done? He was in good position to actually cut both off, and it's just a laser wraparound pass, and of course George just gets off the court quickly.
Yes, sir. Sometimes it's just better offense. Sometimes it's just better offense. Let's see what set they come out of this timeout with. Needs to be some confusion.
Ooh, I thought he was going to pull up and take that three. Hernandez.
Dimitri's defense. Yeah. Wow, look at him sitting down.
That's what you want to see coming off the bench. And like you said, 6-man or not, deeper in the rotation. This is when you start, like you said, even Coach Stewart, Coach Easton, this is where you earn minutes later in the season.
This is true. This is very true. And
nice
Dimitri's just playing hard.
Jumper right there by Robert Hernandez.
He's playing very hard, and he's looking very good. He's got 4 points and an assist in a matter of 2 minutes. You know, here he is again with the ball. Very patient there, attacking, very patient. Look at who he feeds again. Almost had another assist right there.
As Gideon George with a nice diagonal cut down the lane. And
you know, sometimes you find some combinations by accident. You know I have before. I think this is a combination right here that Coach is starting to like and wants to exploit it a little bit more because he's left George out there. I thought he was going to sit George already, you know, with the 29-point lead.
Yeah.
But I think he likes what he sees out of these two guys out here right now.
Yeah, building something, again, wanting to win, but building later as the season goes on, getting it on film. You know, seeing, like I was saying to you, what lineups might work. Something might shock you, like, oh, maybe they're too similar, they're too different. But for some reason it clicks as Asante Johns picked up the foul there. And 1 out of 2 free throws go in. So 80-79 as George hits 1 out of 2. 80-50, pardon me, score. And was that shots off as Malik moving. Brings it up court, under 3 minutes now to go. 1 more game left. Man, it's been so awesome, a bummer, but the 4th annual Native American Classic coming to an end as the women of Phoenix College will take on Bella Vista Prep.
I almost hit you with the Major League just a bit outside. Just a bit outside. Oh, my God.
Oh, and he misses it.
Oh,
Trying
my
to go
God.
for the Thunder dunk, and he got up so high he hit the back rim there, the iron.
Yeah, we might need to tell him that we still need this goal for another game here.
Asante Johns gets the hoop there, but you're absolutely right. He was trying to pull a Shaq and bring the backboard down.
Oh, yeah. Reminded me of, you might be familiar with this name, Chocolate Thunder, Daryl Dawkins.
All day.
Yeah, that was, wow. He's trying to, it's the whole reason they started inventing these springboards here. You know, that's what this kid would have definitely broke the old goals.
Well, 82-52 on the hoop by moving. The three-pointer, oh, wow, online just off the back rim by Brogan. And here he comes this time, and he's not giving it up. Oh, with the reverse.
Wow.
Gideon George, you said,
he's
hey.
Bringing all the repertoire.
Again, I understand why you want him out, but again, we wouldn't have got that highlight right there as George goes in the air, gives us the nice little
block.
Dominique
Look at
reverse.
that block.
And going back and playing defense.
Look at that. And another basket for Dimitri. He's got 6 points playing hard defense.
As the three is up and in by Hernandez.
Yeah, George is just a workhorse. He doesn't stop playing defense or offense. He just continues to run. Well, he's got a great build.
And in this day and age, I mean, I know, the NBA gets knocked as nobody plays defense, and I get it's about help side defense, and you got guys that are scorers and, trying to conserve energy. Oh,
God.
Well, he had to throw that down because he's mad he missed the first one, Coach.
Why is he mad? Exactly. Someone didn't give him his pregame meal, or what's going on here?
Somebody stole his pregame meal and ate it in front of him.
Yeah, wow. He's really trying to break that rim.
Moving almost had the rebound, but it's knocked down as Ingram thought about the three, but to the lane goes Ingram and gets the hoop. And That's crazy that Gideon didn't start in this game. He came off the bench.
Wow. Wow.
As moving goes down the lane, and the three-pointer is up and good for Jeremiah Chandler. And we got a whole highlight reel of dunks.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say he's Dominique, but that's like the human highlight reel there.
That's exactly what that reminded me of.
Oh, and
He's wearing that same color too.
Oh, yes, yes. As the final 3 seconds will tick off the clock. And the Thunderbirds, no, not of Mesa Community College, like I said, but of New Mexico Junior College, Hobbs, New Mexico. Well, they are unblemished in this classic, 3-0, as they take it 91-57. And they take it. Well, Coach Gonzalez, thanks for coming on with us second half.
Thank you so much. I sure did appreciate it. Thank you so much.
We'll see you during the season, though.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much for your time, and I just want to thank the folks out there very much for watching and tuning in. You know, keep tuning in.
Yeah, we got one more game. We
still got one more here.
Phoenix College and Bella Vista Prep coming up. Tip time for 8 o'clock, so 20 minutes. Yeah, we'll probably tip out about 5 minutes after. So
I'm going to have to go get you a Red Bull here because you're going strong still.
I appreciate that. But we'll step aside. Final score 91-57. The Lady Bears taking on Bella Vista Prep. NACbasketball.com. Man, Gideon George. Whew, this kid with the dunks, the thunder. My goodness. See the smile there from Dion Ray. And this has been a Floodstream production. Come back, we got one more. The Lady Bears taking on Bella Vista Prep to wrap up the 2018 Native American Classic here from Phoenix College.
Floodstream, a producer of high-definition video and live webcasts. Sports, live events across the country and around the world. Enhance your event, showcase your brand, expand your reach. Floodstream, HD video and live webcasts. Floodstream, floodstream.com.